What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tania Bright. I am a student astrologer and I also practice tarot full-time. If you would like to check out my booking links and my other social medias, make sure to check out the description box down below. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a get ready with me and we are going to be discussing the Taurus new moon. I really love doing these types of videos for you guys and I'm really working hard on making sure they get better and better with every post. We are going to be talking about Mercury and Venus moving into Gemini, the new moon in Taurus, Mercury squared Saturn, and Jupiter in Pisces. So that'll pretty much cover the first few weeks of the month. In my next Get Ready With Me for the full moon in Sagittarius, that's where I'll talk about the later half of the month. So if you like this type of content, make sure to subscribe so you get notified when I post that video. Yes, I've had a lot of coffee right now. Yes, I'm hyper. You know, when I thought of this idea, I really think I overestimated my ability to multitask. Like, I feel like when I do astrology all on its own, cute. When I do makeup all on its own, cute. Combine them together though, and you know, my skills sort of decrease in both. But that's okay. Like, I am trying to get cutty ass winged eyeliner and talk about an astrology transit. Hot girl things. So let's go ahead and talk about Mercury moving into Gemini. This is a really significant transit too because Mercury is going to go retrograde in the sign of Gemini. And you guys probably know this, but you know, Mercury, it moves really fast through signs. But when it goes retrograde, it can end up staying in a sign for like a few months. And so that's what's happening here. So Mercury rules our mind and our thought process. And I like to say it rules like our circuitry and it rules how we communicate with other people and how we listen to other people. So, you know, in a way, it kind of has influence on, you know, the type of relationships that we are having and how we're forming them and whatnot. Especially with Venus sort of being wrapped up in the mix here. I really feel like this Mercury in Gemini transit is really about strengthening our minds because of the squares that it makes to Saturn. So squares, when planets square each other, they kind of are like tense with each other. There can kind of be like a conflict or a pressure or just a disagreement in that area. But, you know, it is with squares, though, that we can know where our weaknesses are and know where we can improve. It's with squares where we actually feel like we have the drive. Sometimes if there are no squares, then we can feel stillness or we can feel like we don't have a push from the universe to do anything and we can feel unmotivated. So one thing I will say about the squares, I feel like it can be motivating. But this is the thing, you know, Saturn, it rules like our discipline and it rules our limits and it rules our boundaries. So when it's making a square to Mercury, I feel like we're really going to be asked to have more mental discipline, have more structure in our mind. You know, it's kind of nice because I feel like Mercury in Gemini can kind of have like 10 tabs open at once. But then the square in Saturn, you know, it's kind of babysitting that. And it's kind of like, hey, Mercury, like, relax a bit. Mercury can be like this immature energy that like can really spiral its way up. And I feel like Saturn is like, this is your limit right now. This is what you can do right now. How about you focus on mastering that? I feel a sense of mastery here with this Mercury energy because Mercury did pass over True Node. And so I feel like there is this sense of like, we are finally figuring out how to do something, finally putting the puzzle pieces together, finally getting our calculations right, finally knowing, you know, where are these nitty-gritty things that we can change and adjust so that way we can, you know, put out better projects and better our skill sets and whatnot. So I see that energy here as well. Now with Venus being here, I also feel like there's a sense of like making new friends, making new acquaintances, bonding with people within your communities, talking to more people within your communities. It could be like making bonds through like gossip, making bonds through like, you know, scandals, dramas, stuff like that. Because the North Node, Rahu, they're the same, but they, like Rahu, like can emphasize the planets it's in conjunction with and the things that those planets bring. And Rahu also, from what I was taught, rules scandals. It can rule scandals. But I definitely see like scandals, scammers, stuff like that. Like that should be coming to light, honestly. I don't see that being hidden with all these planets in Gemini, because Gemini is it rules information. So we're going to be getting like all the information we need. But yeah, we're going to have like a little Gemini stellium in there. You know, we have Sun, Mercury, Venus, and North Node. So I really feel like the information that we need is going to be coming in. So I think, you know, one thing we want to practice these first few weeks is really being conscious of our thoughts and of our self-dialogue, because I feel like this energy is really powerful, and how you think can really, you know, affect how you are manifesting things, and how can kind of affect the trajectory of your life. So I think you really want to be conscious of your mind, because I feel like the same way that you can think yourself into a positive state, you can also think yourself into, you know, a bad state really quickly with this energy. By bad state, I mean one where, you know, you're like, man, I can't do it. Like, I'm so restricted. Like, I don't have what it takes. Like, I feel like we can easily fall into that too. So I think we also want to be practicing a lot of self-love, a lot of self-nurturing, encouraging ourselves when no one else is encouraging ourselves. We just kind of want to take that inner doubt and transmute it. Take that inner doubt and kind of like start to gas yourself up. Start saying like, hey, I'm going to get better at that. Sure, I might not be good at this now, but I'm going to get better at it later. I just tweeted like, I think a week ago, maybe, I was just saying, like, don't be scared to be new and be bad at something. We were all new and bad at something. Like how I'm right now, new and bad at this. But like, hey, like here we are, like 13 minutes into this video, and we're having fun. I have not even been doing my makeup. Like, see, this is what I mean. Like, I can't do both yet. Like, I have to like do one, talk for a bit, do my makeup, talk for a bit. I'm trying to like do both, so it's like visually fun. It feels like we're doing our makeup together. But we'll get there. Give me time. So my eyeshadow today, I wanted to show you guys what it's inspired by. I'm going to be doing like a blue and pink type look. It's inspired by this. This is the yantra for Venus. And I wanted to do the yantra for Venus because we're talking about the sign of Taurus. And Venus is the planetary ruler for Taurus. So if you didn't know that, that's why I pulled the colors from Venus and not Moon. But yeah, so we're going to be doing like a blue and pink look here. I think I want to put the blue in the middle and the pink on the outside of the creases. I have to put on some concealer first. Hey. So let's talk about the actual new moon now. So the new moon is going to happen in the sign of Taurus at 21 degrees. It'll happen either on the 10th or 11th, depending on where you're at in your time zone. So when I think of the sign of Taurus, I think of beauty, I think of security, I think of stability, I think of sustenance and our needs, our basic human needs. I think of our value system that was probably instilled by our families. So with the new moon here, I feel like this is really a time where we can sort of set some new intentions. So adding more structure, having more patience, being more practical in that house, and setting that intention for the universe to respond to that change. Also with the new moon in Taurus, you know, I really feel like there is an ability here to set an intention for beautification, you know, beautifying yourself or beautifying your home, beautifying your job, beautifying your friendship circle. I think there's a sense of making it more pleasurable as well. So let's talk about Jupiter moving into Pisces a little bit. That's happening on the 13th of May. So Jupiter moving into Pisces is really beneficial energy. Jupiter is like the OG planetary ruler for Pisces before Neptune was discovered in traditional astrology. So I feel like Jupiter in Pisces is really, again, going to emphasize that this period is going to be harvest period for people, harvest season for people. It's going to be expansion season for people. So I really feel like there's a lot of luck here. There's a lot of help here. I also feel like a lot of people are going to be like running into like teachers or gurus or coaches or spiritualists or just motivational speakers or like some type of influence that can really help them and guide them along, you know, their journey, or kind of like guide them through obstacles. This is also really fertile energy here. So that's good in terms of manifestation. That's really good if you are trying to get pregnant, especially if Jupiter is sitting in like the 1st house, 7th house, 5th house. And if you don't want to get pregnant, you know, make sure that you're staying, you know, protected, because accidents can definitely happen during this Jupiter in Pisces transit. So something I can see here with Jupiter being in Pisces and Neptune kind of being in the mix is maybe our dreams can kind of get a little bit more like intense, or we can be dreaming just a little bit heavier, or find ourselves like slipping into dream mode a little bit easier, because Jupiter kind of just like expands the area, the house, the sign that it's in, and the themes that come with that area, house, and sign. And so yeah, Pisces, it rules our dreams. It also rules our intuition. Okay, so I also feel like this is a really awesome time for spiritualists, astrologers, tarot card readers, all that good stuff, because I feel like Jupiter is going to expand our intuition. It can also, though, expand delusions and stuff like that. So kind of be weary of that. So be careful of gaslighting, okay? Be careful of gaslighting, be careful of lies, be careful of deception, all that stuff. I really feel like that's going to come out, though, again, because Mercury, we have a little Mercury stellium there, and Mercury is about getting the information. So this is probably like an old type of deception that'll come to light. But yeah, just watch out for falling into people's, you know, delusions and deceptive crap. This is a really good time if you're trying to like go back to school, or like get some type of certification, or like if you want to join some type of program, or if you like want to learn something new, just expanding your knowledge or whatever in some type of way. This is an awesome time because you have Jupiter strong in Pisces, and then you have that Mercury stellium, that little baby Mercury stellium happening there. So I really feel like, you know, learning something new is a great way to channel that energy. I feel like there is a like fun sort of path that gets uncovered. That's kind of what I intuitively am sensing. That right there, that sentence alone right there is kind of more of an intuitive message. But yeah, it kind of feels like there's like this path that gets uncovered for you, or like a surprise sort of like chapter that gets uncovered for you just by you kind of expanding yourself by learning something new. You know, like maybe you like meet somebody at that program, or maybe like you end up falling in love with that hobby and then it becomes like your life purpose, or maybe you like meet a new friend, make the right connection. You never know, but I really feel like it just unlocks like a really fun new path. I do my blushies. I'm gonna keep the blushies kind of, you know, relaxed and chill, because we don't want to take away from the eyes. And I know the eyes right now look crazy. This makeup look is gonna look crazy until like the end. Hopefully it looks good in the end. Right now I'm gonna contour my nose, which I love to do. You guys, I also ordered a microphone, so that way when I do the pick a card tarot readings, it won't be so quiet, because I feel like I have like a really quiet voice when I do readings. But yeah, I got a microphone, so that way hopefully the sound quality improves. But I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup off camera, and when I come back I will show you guys my completed look. Okay, excuse me, no peeking please. Okay, are you guys ready for the completed look? Here she is. Here's like a closer look. Lippies, liner, lashes, hair, just kept it natural, vibey. I feel very like angelic in this look. But yeah, guys, that was it for today's Get Ready With Me. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you made it this far, comment down below, maybe some hearts. Do black hearts so I know that you made it this far. I had so much fun filming this video for you guys, and I really hope I will see you in next week's video. Bye, everybody.